check, 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 check. Check.
Honourable Chairman of Kerala.
Comes the proceeding.
Honourable Chairman of Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Mr. Justice C.K. Abdul Rahim. Honourable Judicial Members, Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran. Honourable Administrative Member, Mr. Rajesh Dhawan. Advocate Anera Shaji, President, Bar Association, Thiruvananthapuram. Advocate Fattauddin, President, Kerala Administrative Tribunal Advocates Association, Thiruvananthapuram. Law Officers of Kerala Administrative Tribunal. Dear Advocate friends, Registrar, Officers and Staff of Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Advocates, Clerks and friends. I am here representing the Advocate General of the state to wish all the best to Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran, who demit the office as judicial members of Kerala Administrative Tribunal on completing their tenure. I am glad that I got this opportunity to say a few words in this occasion when two of my friends demit the prestigious office they were holding after rendering justice to those in government service without fear and favor. The Kerala Administrative Tribunal came in existence with effect from August 26, 2010 by a notification published by Government of India issued in exercise of the powers conferred by subsection 2 of section 4 of the Administrative Tribunals Act 1985. It was the task of Justice K. Balakrishnan Nair, who was appointed as its chairman by the President of India, to bring up the tribunal to a reality. Justice Mr. K. Balakrishnan Nair could set up the infrastructure for the tribunal and make it functional at the earliest, and it started functioning when Sri Matthew C. Kundangal was sworn in on 22nd December 2011 as Honourable Administrative Member of the Tribunal. Though the Tribunal was designed to have 3 benches, 2 at Trivandrum and 1 at Ernakulam, it had to function at Trivandrum alone, though in the year 2014, a camp sitting could be arranged at Ernakulam. The 3 benches, as originally contemplated, could start functioning only in 2016 when 2 judicial members, Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis and Honourable Mr. V. Rajendran, was appointed as judicial members who sworn in July 2016. Till then, this tribunal was functioning without judicial members except the chairman with either 1 or 2 administrative members. As I have already mentioned, the first team of judicial members who adorned the benches of the tribunal is demitting office today after serving the tribunal for more than 5 years. As I personally know, both Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis as well as Mr. V. Rajendran were handpicked by Justice K. Balakrishnan Nair, who was keen that the tribunal should have judicial members who are well versed in service law, as he wanted the Kerala Administrative Tribunal to be one which fulfills the objective contemplated in the Constitution of India while enacting Article 323A, and hence he sought for the best and found the best. Referring to them individually, Mr. Benny Gervacis was born on 10/5/1964, son of Sri Gervacis Arikal at Angamali, graduated in law studying in Sharada Vilas Law College of Mysore University. He was enrolled as an advocate on 8/7/1989 and started his professional practice under the illustrious lawyer and later a veteran judge of the High Court of Kerala, late Justice K.J. Joseph. He was appointed as Additional Central Government Standing Counsel in 1996 and held the post for 3 years till the year 1999. Again, from 2006 to 2011, he was Senior Government Pleader in the High Court and mainly dealt with service matters, constitutional matters, and educational matters. He was Standing Counsel for the Kerala State Civil Supplies Corporation and has served as Standing Counsel for several municipalities and educational agencies. With his vast experience in the field of practicing administrative law, he could effectively deal with the cases of varied nature when came before him, and he could adjudicate and decide even complicated issues with ease and provide justice. He was always keen in making young lawyers equipped in advocacy, but unfortunately, several young lawyers consider him rough and tough, maybe because of his resonating voice. Srimati Geena Benny is his wife. The couple is blessed with 2 children, Mr. Ebi Benny and Miss Bia Mary Benny, both of whom are advocates practicing in the High Court of Kerala. Honourable Mr. B. Rajendran was born to late V. Prabhakaran Nair, Estate Executive, Aspinwall, and Srimati B. Rukmini Amma on 5/11/1956 in Payyanur in Kannur district. After completing his schooling in Government UP School, Payyanur, he secured his BCom degree from MES Mambad College and LLB from Government Law College, Kozhikode. He was enrolled as a lawyer on 14/12/1980. He started his practice of law in the year 1980 under the veteran lawyer and great judge, Justice B. Shivaraman Nair, who was his uncle. When Sri Shivaraman Nair was elevated to the bench, he continued his practice with late Sri V. M. Nayanar, former Director General of Prosecution of Kerala. He started his independent practice in 1993. He was Additional Standing Counsel for the Kerala Public Service Commission. He was appointed as the Advocate Receiver of Messrs. Joymohan Builders Private Limited in 2007. After becoming Additional Advocate General, I had opportunity to go through orders delivered by Honourable Mr. Rajendran when placed before me for my opinion, and I had found that he was a judge full of empathy, sometimes even misplaced. Srimati Brunda, a teacher in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Elamakara, is his wife. The couple has 2 daughters, Neeraja and Niranjana, both of whom are married. Neeraja is a research associate at Morningstar, Mumbai, and pursuing PhD in economics. Niranjana is working as dietitian after acquiring postgraduate degree in food science and nutrition. Both of them are married and leading a happy family life. Dear friends, you can demit your office with the satisfaction that you have served the office you held for last more than 5 years, rendering your best to uphold the purpose and prestige of this institution. Now, let the baton be transferred to your successors to carry forward the task set out by you. Let me wish you both a brighter and happy future. Thank you.
Honourable, Honourable Chairman, Mr. C.K. Abdul Rahim, our judicial members, Benny Gervacis, Mr. Rabi Rajendran, administrative members, Mr. Rajesh Dhawan, Dr. Mr. Pradeep Kumar, Advocate Mr. Ashok M. Cherian, Additional Advocate General of Kerala, Advocate M. Fatauddin, President of KAT Advocates Association Tribunal, Advocate I. Sheila Devi, President KAT Advocates Association Ernakulam, Registrar of the KAT, Legislative Secretary M. Bashir, prosecutors, other personalities present here, senior advocates, brothers and sisters of the bar, all official staff. Our respected Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran have left offices as members of the KAT. We are here to honor them by giving a farewell to them. We all are grateful for their commendable services. A new phase of their life have begun, while another has just faded. This is the law of the nature. Success is counted not by the number of positions held by one, but by the quality of service rendered. On that count, I am sure the retiring members were really successful. We would always remember with reverence and affection the service rendered by you these years. I, on behalf of the Tribunal Bar Association, wish the gentlemen happy days ahead. May God Almighty continue to shower His blessings on them and their family. Thank you all. Thank you.
Honourable Justice Mr. Justice C.K. Abdul Rahim, Honourable Judicial Members Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran, Honourable Administrative Members Mr. Rajesh Devan and Dr. Mr. Pradeep Kumar, Learned Additional Advocate General Sri Ashok M. Cherian, Sri Anera Shaji, President Trivandrum Bar Association, Srimati Sheila Devi I, President Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Ernakulam Advocates Association, Sri A. M. Bashir, Kerala Legislative Secretary, Sri Saji S.L. Secretary, Kerala Administrative Tribunal Advocates Association, Government Leaders, Kerala Public Service Commission Standing Council, Sri Rameshan, Registrar, Sri A. Shahjahan, Deputy Registrars, Srimati Shirin Agnes Fernandez and Srimati Vinita V, other Deputy Registrars, former Registrars K. Baiju and SP Unnikrishnan Nair, other Deputy Registrars and members of the staff of Kerala Administrative Tribunal, senior lawyers, members of Trivandrum Bar Association, members of KAT Advocates Association in Thiruvananthapuram and Ernakulam, members of Clerks Association, family members of Honourable Judicial Members Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This reference is a solemn occasion. We have heard about the judicial qualities of the Honourable Judicial Members who bid farewell to this institution today. Farewells are not easy. We fondly remember the Rajendran Nair. They remain fresh in our memories. They have endeared to us. Today is the first time that we are bidding farewell to two judicial members who were part of this institutional family. This farewell is more difficult in a way, since these two judicial members have shared a journey along with the members of this bar. We remember them both appearing as counsels before this tribunal and then being bestowed the honor of crossing the distance from the bar to the bench to serve as judicial members of this august institution. Such instances are not common. It's a rare privilege that we have witnessed firsthand. It's said that the bar is the judge of the judges. Truly, it's the bar that gets to see the judges doing their work in intimate clarity. Having seen the journey of the two honourable judicial members, we, the members of the bar, wholeheartedly record our appreciation for both of them for having served with great dedication and judicial capability. We remember Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis as a very knowledgeable judicial member who settled into the judicial chair with ease. Precedents were always at his fingertips on most points of law. It was always a learning experience to sit in his court. We are going to miss his booming voice in this court hall, where many a time he would make a point rhetorically and ends with, "Is it not so?" Newer members of the bar had a tougher time appearing before him. Noble intentions. He wanted all counsels appearing before him to be responsible, learned, and committed. Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis always wore his heart on his sleeve. We remember his heartfelt interventions in matters concerning widows, differently abled, and other such less fortunate brothers and sisters among our fellow citizens. Words are simply inadequate to express how much we all are going to miss your Lordship. We also remember him taking the pains to teach a few sessions on administrative law fundamentals, which educated many among us. We express our gratitude for it. Even when he was called to head the institution during a period of transition, he fulfilled the role of acting chairman ably and efficiently. Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis had recently suffered personal loss of his mother's passing, yet he did not let the work of this tribunal suffer. He soldiered on in the midst of pain, setting a worthy example to one and all. We, the bar, wholeheartedly express our gratitude to Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis for his service on the bench of this tribunal. We remember Honourable Mr. V. Rajendran as a judicial personality that has endeared to all. His was a judicial mind that was always quick to identify the core issue in every case, even if the issue was buried deep in the voluminous files. His remarks, sharp comments, and judicial indignation were always directed at the issue at hand and not at the counsel before him. A particularly noteworthy quality that he displayed was that he let the counsel make their submissions in their own way before he asked questions or made other interventions. In his court, every case and every counsel had a fair chance of making their point. Even new members did not feel any panic appearing before him, even in complicated matters. His patience and clarity of his judicial role made him an excellent judicial member before whom cases could be presented without unnecessary anxiety. This is very important in judicial proceedings. We place on record that this is not a widely seen quality. We also remember his strictness with government officials who dared to flout, bypass, or dilute the judicial orders of this tribunal. He would not mince words when reminding the officers about the rule of law and the authority vested with this judicial institution. The message would go forth loud and clear to the officers. Honourable Mr. V. Rajendran also had the opportunity to preside over the main bench on countless occasions. He managed the proceedings ably and judiciously. We, the bar, wholeheartedly express our gratitude to Honourable Mr. V. Rajendran for his service on the bench of this tribunal. In this context, we, the bar, would also like to state that the present Tribunal Reforms Act 2021 and its rules, whereby the tenure of members is only 4 years, is not in the interest of judicial institutions. A learned and competent member of the bar, aged 50 and above, would not be keen to join the bench for a brief period of 4 years, leaving behind an established practice, and after just 4 years, return to the bar or some other vocation. At the age of 50 years and above, it's not an easy or wise choice for anyone, let alone a member of the bar. It's the judicial institutions that suffer because of this very brief tenure fixed by the law presently in force. The declaration of the Honourable Supreme Court in Madras Bar Association versus Union of India and another, mandating the tenure of 5 years for the chairman and the members of tribunals, is in the best interest of all tribunals, including the administrative tribunal. The bar hopes that better sense will prevail in the interest of rule of law. This tribunal, which has set high standards following the footsteps of the Honourable High Court of Kerala, is now in a state of transition. 2 judicial members are bidding audio, while new judicial members await to take office tomorrow. The bar has stood by this institution through thick and thin. We desire that the judicial institutions, including this Honourable Tribunal, be strengthened in every possible way for upholding the rule of the Constitution and the laws. We bid institutional farewell to Honourable Mr. Benny Gervacis and Honourable Mr. V. Rajendran today. However, we expect and hope that they continue the relationship that they have with us as a family that has lived and worked together for the nation. The bar has nothing but reverence and warmest regards to both of them. We wish both of them and their families all the very best in their lives ahead. We warmly extend our welcome to both of them back to the bar. which is the mother of all judges. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Most esteemed judicial members of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran, who are debiting their office on today. Respected colleague members continuing in the tribunal, Mr. Rajesh Diwan and Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Learned Additional Advocate General, Mr. Ashokam Cherian, Advocate Sri Anayara Shaji, President of the Advocates Association, District Court Thiruvananthapuram, Advocate M. Fatauddin, President of Advocates Association of Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Thiruvananthapuram, Registrar and Deputy Registrars of Kerala Administrative Tribunal, family members of the outgoing judicial members, Legislature Secretary Sri Bashir, former registrars of this tribunal, dear advocate friends, advocate clerks, staff members of the tribunal, ladies and gentlemen. This day marks as painful for the Kerala Administrative Tribunal when we bid farewell to two of our beloved members who are demitting office on expiry of their term of appointment and on the appointment of the substitutes as judicial members. It is always heartening to say goodbye to those who are close to you and to those who are considered as part of your life in your surroundings. But parting becomes inevitable when it happens in the course of time and events. Parting with the two gentlemen who are demitting office today is really touching our hearts. 20th of July 2016 marked as historic in the judicial system in Kerala when Mr. Benny Gervacis and Mr. V. Rajendran were sworn in as judicial members of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal. At that time, the tribunal was having only the chairman and two administrative members. With the strength of 4 members along with the chairman, functioning of the tribunal gained considerable momentum. The rate of filing and disposal of cases in the tribunal had increased tremendously. Dispensation of justice in service matters of the state government employees and teachers, as well as the disputes relating to recruitment through Kerala Public Service Commission, had become more serious, meaningful, and more qualitative. Tireless services rendered by the two judicial members demitting office on today through their unqualified dedication and hard work had contributed greatly in these achievements. The statistics would definitely tell upon the great volume of work undertaken by these two members who dedicated a major part of their official life for this cause, which is extending to more than 6 years. It need to be remembered with great appreciation and gratitude. On behalf of the entire legal fraternity of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, as head of the institution, I bow my head to salute these two perfect gentlemen in gratitude of their yeoman services. Sri Benny Gervacis is born in 1964 to a well-known political and social leader, Sri Gervacis Arikal, in Angamali. Completed his schooling from Nirmala High School, Aluva, and Rajagiri School, Kalamasheri. He took graduation from UC College, Aluva, and degree in law from Sharada Vilas Law College, affiliated to University of Mysore. Having enrolled as a lawyer on 8/7/1989, he started practice at the High Court of Kerala under the able guidance of a veteran lawyer of that time, who later became a judge of the High Court, late Mr. Justice K.J. Joseph. Sri Benny was additional central government standing counsel during the period from 1996 to 1999 and was senior government leader for the state government in the High Court from 2006 to 2011. He was the standing counsel for Kerala State Civil Supplies Corporation in the High Court and was also standing counsel for various municipalities in the state. having possessed with the qualities of consistent hard work, good analytical skills, sharp memory, good command over language, he proved to be a capable lawyer in the High Court, which facilitated him to be appointed as member of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal. Sri Benny Gervacis is fortunate to have his father in his family, who will definitely be watching this program online. We owe a great gesture of gratitude to him in contributing such a great son to the legal fraternity. Unfortunately, Sri Benny lost his mother very recently. The unstinted support of his better half in life, Mrs. Gina Benny, who is a homemaker, is definitely reflected in the life and career of Sri Benny Gervacis. The couple is blessed with two children, Bia Mary Benny and Ebi Benny. Both of them are lawyers practicing in the High Court attached to very eminent seniors. It is made to understand that Sri Benny Gervacis is planning to have his further innings of practice as a lawyer in the High Court, along with active support and assistance of both his children. I am quite sure that he will be coming up as a successful senior lawyer of the High Court, especially in the field of service law. On behalf of the entire institution of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, I wish all success and glory in the official and personal life of Sri Benny Gervacis in his future. Sri V. Rajendran was born at Nilambur in Malappuram district in the year 1956 to late Sri V. Prabhakaran Nair and late Srimati Rukmini Amma. Father of Sri Rajendran was an officer in Messrs. Aspinwall Company. Sri Rajendran had his schooling at the government UP schools at Pullangod and Payyanur. Having graduated from MES College, Mambad, he took his law graduation from the Government Law College, Kozhikode. He was enrolled as a lawyer on 14/12/1980 and started practice with late Mr. Justice V. Shivaraman Nair, who at that time was one among the most successful seniors in the High Court. Later, when Justice Shivaraman Nair was elevated as a judge, Sri Rajendran shifted practice attached to late Sri V.M. Nayanar, who later became Director General of Prosecution. He started independent practice in the year 1993. Sri V. Rajendran was always considered among his friends, colleagues, and also in the bar as a perfect gentleman with utmost disciplined life and with full trustworthiness. He gained vast knowledge and experience in the field of law that he was selected as additional standing counsel for the Kerala Public Service Commission. The bench in the High Court which dealt with the matters of Messrs. Joman Builders Private Limited, a company which went into bankruptcy, reposed confidence on Sri V. Rajendran in appointing him as the advocate receiver to handle and manage considerable assets of the company. The family of Sri V. Rajendran consists of his wife, Srimati Vrinda, who was a teacher in the special school division of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Elamakara. She is always a pillar of support in the life and career of Sri Rajendran. They are blessed with the two daughters, Mrs. Niranjana, now working as financial research assistant in a reputed company in Mumbai, and Mrs. Niranjana, who is a dietitian by profession, now settled in Los Angeles. We are sure that Sri V. Rajendran will be resuming practice as a successful lawyer in the High Court. On behalf of the entire fraternity in the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, I wish all success and glory in the official and personal life of Sri V. Rajendran in the days ahead. Before I conclude, it is worthy to mention few aspects connected with the functioning of this tribunal. As all of you know, 2 judicial members and 1 administrative member are newly appointed to the Kerala Administrative Tribunal. When they will assume charge of office, which is scheduled on tomorrow, we are reaching full strength. We could achieve more targets in disposal of the cases and could mitigate pendency in a faster way, definitely with the cooperation of all the concerned. As of now, principal bench and 1 additional bench are functioning at the headquarters at Thiruvananthapuram, but there is only 1 additional bench functioning at Ernakulam. Distribution of territorial jurisdiction is as 6 districts at Thiruvananthapuram and 8 districts at Ernakulam. As a consequence, now the rate of filing and pendency at Ernakulam bench is increasing on a constant pace. It is for the state government to take appropriate decision in this regard to have one more additional bench for handling cases with respect to northern districts of the state. We hope the government will act in a timely manner in this regard. At this moment, I conclude by appealing to all present here to strive to achieve more quality and quantity in the process of dispensation of justice in the Kerala Administrative Tribunal by continuing with the unparalleled track record set in by the two honourable members who are debating office on today. Once again, wishing all the best to both of them, I bid a warm farewell. Thank you. Jai Hind.
The Honourable Chairman, Justice Abdul Rahim, esteemed brothers Sri V. Rajendran, Sri Rajesh Devan, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Additional Advocate General Sri Ashogam Cherian, Sri Anera Shaji, President Thiruvananthapuram Bar Association, Sri Fatauddin Nem, President Kerala Administrative Tribunal Advocates Association, government pleaders, advocates, Registrar Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Sri S. Shahjahan, former Registrar Sri E. Baiju and S. V. Unikrishnan Nair, Sri Vardakad Narendran Nair, senior member of KAT, Deputy Registrars, staff members, advocate clerks, ladies and gentlemen. It was short and sweet, and now it's over. Time to go on one's way after this detour at this lovely deep abode of justice. For a reluctant entrant, 6 years, 2 months and 7 days at office is good enough. As on the day I took charge, 20th July 2016, my parents are not here. One among them whose wish to watch her son preside over the court could not be fulfilled is missed dearly. I go back to a much relieved and loving wife, Jina, and 2 next generation lawyers, daughter Bia Mary and son Abi Benny. I am thankful for the nice words spoken on the occasion by the speakers and are grateful for this gathering. This tribunal has bright days ahead under the guidance of our astute and shrewd chairman, Justice Abdul Rahim, amiable and discerning administrative member, Sri Rajesh Devan, studious, sharp and ever willing to learn, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, and the incoming administrative and judicial members, one who is known as an efficient and able administrator, another, a judicial member, the judge of the Honourable High Court, who carries with her vast experience gathered over years of practice as a lawyer and as an expert in service matters, and another with proven capabilities as a lawyer and as a state advocate for more than a decade. Here is wishing them all and the institution all the very best. Both the principal bench at Thiruvananthapuram and the additional bench at Ernakulam can now boast of a group of efficient and hardworking lawyers keen to take up the cause with all available resources, though at times a nudge and little pressure from the bench is required to keep them on their toes. The government leaders at Thiruvananthapuram under Sri Shaji, ably assisted by his colleagues, are always on the job. The government leaders at Ernakulam with their experience at the High Court are equally efficient. All this augurs well for the tribunal in the days ahead. I am ever grateful to Justice Sri Balakrishnan Nair for his guidance and concern, and who is mainly responsible for me being here today. Justice T.R. Ramachandran Nair has always the place of an elder brother under whose care this younger brother could grow. Justice Abdul Rahim, the present chairman, has treated me at par and has always let me have my way. I have enjoyed the experience of working along with Sri Josuriak and Sri Somasundaram, former administrative members, who were unique in their own special ways. Josuriak was a tough administrator, Sri Somasundaram a shrewd one. I can't add anything more to what is already said about my brother Rajendran. Cool, calm, patient, and always judicious in his approach. As far as Rajesh Devan goes, we have shared a rapport which, on reflecting upon, finds to be strange. We, going by our nature, should have switched roles. I being the police officer and my brother the advocate. I was also party to the committee which selected my brother Dr. Pradeep Kumar, who is quick to grasp, willing to learn, with sharp wit, is a great asset to the institution, provided he gets over his puvasramam. I would be failing in my job if I did not place on record the cooperation and assistance extended by the former registrars, Sri Unnikrishnan and Sri Baiju, and the present registrar, Sri Shahjahan, and the deputy registrars, former and present, at Thiruvananthapuram and Ernakulam. I was all along assisted by court officers Sri Jayesh, Srimati Kausalya, and Sri Riyad at Thiruvananthapuram, and Srimati Anida, Sri Regis, and Sri Jolly at Ernakulam. Srimati Geeta, my PS, was more of a family member who had to put up with my tough and not so pleasant ways. I know that the period with me has been tough and hard on you, and you have now earned the much needed reprieve. Similar is the case with Mr. Ashokan, who was my PS at Thiruvananthapuram, and Prema Kumari and others. I also place on record my gratitude for the services rendered by my PSs, Sri Padmaraj and Jasir, drivers Sri G. Aravind, Sri G. V. Santosh Kumar, office attendants Sri Dinsan D. Silva and Sri Ramajayam. I also place on record my appreciation for the hard work put in, rendered by the staff of this institution, both at Thiruvananthapuram and at Ernakulam, under relentless pressures from us and from the advocates, advocate clerks, and the litigants. Thank you, each member of the staff. As someone who was associated with this institution from its inception and as a lawyer as well, I place on record the assistance that was granted to me in my early days here by the advocate clerks, Mini and others. I am aware that despite the nice words spoken today, I have oft been found wanting on the attributes or characteristics of a good judicial officer or a judge. Patience and calmness were never my strong points. As I lay down the office, I can without any inhibition declare that I have ever acted with malice towards anyone. I have, to my limited extent possible, have rendered my decisions judicially and within my limited capabilities. I take this opportunity to seek forgiveness from anyone whom I may have hurt by unintended words or actions. I wish all the very best to the institution and each and every one of you, and to the new incumbents, with warm, heartfelt wishes to my brother Sri V. Rajendran, who lays down the office with me today. Here is wishing you, brother, all the very best in future and in professional career. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
My Lord the Chairman, Honourable Mr. Justice C.K. Abdul Rahim, esteemed brother members, Sri Benny Gervacis, Sri Rajesh Diwan, and Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Additional Advocate General Sri Ashokam Charyan, President of the Thiruvananthapuram Bar Association Sri Anir Rashaji, President of KIT Advocates Association Thiruvananthapuram Sri Fatauddin, Senior Advocates, Government Pleaders, Registrar Sri A. Shahjahan, Deputy Registrars, members of the Bar, officers and staff of the Registry, Advocate Clerks, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply touched by the kind words spoken about me by the Honourable Chairman and the leaders of the Bar. Such encomiums and acclaims are usually showered on farewell ceremonies, and I am aware that all such words are exaggerated expressions of their benevolent hearts. I thank them all for their affectionate words and blessings. I am to demit office of the judicial member of this tribunal today Though our innings was for 5 years, myself and my brother Beni Gervacis had to play an extra time. Now it is time for us to return to the pavilion. I enjoyed the game very well. It was due to the immense support and cooperation that I received from the bar and my brother members, including the Honourable Chairman. On this occasion of demitting office, I remember with gratitude our former Chairman, Honourable Justice K. Balakrishnan Nair, who was in the committee which reposed confidence in me to be selected for this office. Though his Lordship retired before our appointment took effect, the valuable advices tendered at the right time helped me a lot in the discharge of my duties. It was really a pleasure to work in the company of our former Chairman, Honourable Justice T.R. Ramachandran Nair. Usually there will not be two judicial members in a division bench. However, I had the rare privilege to share the bench with our Chairman, Honourable Justice C.K. Abdul Rahim. All of them were very considerate and affectionate towards me, and I thank them all from the bottom of my heart. I also acknowledge with respect the help and assistance that I received from the former administrative members, Mr. Jose Syriac and Mr. V. Somasundaran, who were my companions on the bench for a long time. I have learned a lot from them regarding the intricacies of the functioning of the governmental machinery. The assistance I received from the other members, Mr. Beni Gervacis, Mr. Rajesh Diwan, and Dr. Pradeep Kumar, also is worth mentioning. I thank them all on this occasion. Today, I completed 2,259 days as a judicial member of this tribunal. I think I have offered my best for the discharge of my duties sincerely. The service rendered by the Kerala Administrative Tribunal to the justice delivery system of the state during the past years has been tremendous. The increasing number of applications being filed before this tribunal every day is a clear indication of the faith and confidence of those involved in any service disputes in the effective and impartial decision-making process of this tribunal. Administrative Tribunal is a forum where there is no room for fortune seekers. Almost all the applicants who approach this tribunal has some genuine grievances. As a judicial member, my endeavor always has been to find out whether there are ways to redress their grievances within the legal framework with a sense of justice. Of course, there were also occasions where I found myself helpless against certain bureaucratic high-handedness, against the unfortunate job seekers, unlucky employees, and the hapless pensioners. I have not tall claims about my performance, and what little I could do was possible only due to the unstinted support from the bar. The advocates and the government leaders have extended their wholehearted cooperation to me, and I thank them for the same. I do not claim that I was always right. Mistakes may happen to anyone. During the course of the discharge of my duties, if I had caused any hurt to any one of you by any of my words or deeds, please forgive me. Honestly, it was never intentional. On this occasion, I should place on record my appreciation for the service rendered by our Registrar Sri A. Shahjahan and the Deputy Registrars, past and present. This tribunal is always fortunate to have the services of efficient and effective registrars. I take this opportunity to congratulate Sri E. Baiju and Sri S. V. Unnikrishnan Nair, former registrars, for their valuable service, not only for this tribunal, but also to me personally. Our registry is equipped with a team of dedicated and hardworking staff. The growth and success of this tribunal largely depend on the tireless efforts of them, which usually go unnoticed. They deserve a salute to their service to this institution. The credit for my success goes to a large extent to the relentless efforts put in by all my court officers and confidential assistants. My private secretary, Sri E.S. Surendran, Office Attendant A. Abhilash, personal security officers Prashant and Vineet Kumar have rendered exemplary service to me. Sri Rajendran is more than a driver to me, and his selfless service made my stay at Thiruvananthapuram easier. My wife Vrinda is present here to witness this function, but persons who would have been the happiest to see me in this position are not with me. I believe that it is the prayers and support of my wife and children that made me to reach this position. The 2 words of thank you are not sufficient to respond to them. I was groomed as a lawyer in the office of my paternal uncle, late Justice V. Shivraman Nair. I paid respectable tributes to him and other seniors and elders in the profession. It is routine that in reference speeches, some special mention is made about women lawyers and to recite some encouraging words to them. Here, I do not propose to do that because our women lawyers on their own have made their mark in the mainstream of this bar. There are many women lawyers here who conduct cases independently and effectively. Probably, it may be in recognition and appreciation of this fact that this tribunal is now blessed with 2 women as its judicial members. Wish you all the best. Bidding farewell is always painful, but I am happy that it is not my retirement and I am going back to the bar. I feel inspired by the courts and corridors of the Kerala High Court, which made me what I am. I am going back happily with a contented heart, carrying with me the sweet memories of this tribunal and Thiruvananthapuram. I wish the Kerala Administrative Tribunal all success in future. Thank you.
Now the function is over. Jai Hind.